Jigglypuff, Heaven Sent, or Demon. We're going over 5 different decks you can add this Jigglypuff card to. So no bullcrap, I'm your host Ronin, let's get into this. These are the decks I'm going over, so find the cards that you have, the decks that you want to build, whatever, timestamps down below, go ahead, click, like, subscribe while you're there doing that, thank you so much. First off, this Dragonite deck. 2 Dratini, 2 Dragonair, 2 Dragonite, 1 Drowsy, 1 Hypno, 2 Jigglypuff, 2 Potions, 2 X-Beads, 2 Professor's Researches, 2 Giovanni's, 1 red card, 1 Sabrina, right? You can build this deck however you like, switch things up. If you don't like red card, put something else in there. Do whatever you feel like is best for you, right? But this is a deck here, you can pause it now, or it will still be on screen here, right? So here's a game. We start off with Jigglypuff. We have a Dratini. We put the Dratini on the bench, Jigglypuff in play, right? The idea, obviously, we want to start with Jigglypuff so we can put the energy down. Going second was perfect, right? So we can immediately swing into our opponents and put them to sleep. Now we're immediately stalling. Next turns, we're going to be putting energies onto the Dratini. If we get lucky and we get that Drowsy early, which we did in this game, we can potentially get this Hypno down on the bench. Now Hypno, once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, right? That's its passive, which you can use while it's on the bench. So we did get the Hypno here. Now we have 2 opportunities to put our opponent to sleep. Jigglypuff is 100% chance, right? But if Jigglypuff were to get knocked, because it only has 50 HP, if Jigglypuff got knocked, we have backup. We've got this Hypno where we can potentially stall even longer. Now we've got Dragonite built up and we're able to swing for 200 and we just sweep by this point, right? That's the idea. This is how you want to play it. This is potentially the best way to play the Dragonite deck in a no EX mode. Alright, right into the next one, we've got Alakazam, right? So we have 2 Abra, 2 Kadabra, 2 Alakazam, 2 Jinx, 2 Jigglypuff. Now I've decided to go with 2 Potions, 2 X-Bead, 1 X-Bead, 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Researches, 2 Sabrinas, and 1 Giovanni right here on screen still. So we get the nice start. We've got Jigglypuff and we draw a Jinx. We have Pokeball available so we can draw into an Abra, right? So now I've got Abra on the bench and I've got Jinx on the bench, right? So if they were to play a Sabrina, I'm safe. I can switch into the Jinx instead of switching into the Abra. I've got a good setup here. We've got Jigglypuff putting them to sleep. Now, the reason that Alakazam is so good is that because its move is 60, plus this attack does 30 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. That's awesome, right? So we're going to be doing big damage against Pokemon like Dragonite, Pokemon like Mewtwo. It can even knock out a Pikachu EX if you really wanted to, right? But I'm mainly playing in the no EX mode, so essentially we can knock out just about anything. Any big evolution, Alakazam is going to be able to knock it with 1 hit, essentially, right? Because they've got like 3, maybe 4 energies put onto their evolved Pokemon. They're big, heavy hitters. Alakazam is just going to be able to potentially just sweep as soon as it gets 3 energies onto it, right? In this match, we had the perfect setup. We had Jigglypuff out, an Abra, and a Jinx on our bench. If Jigglypuff were to get knocked, we can swap into the Jinx, who's going to be able to potentially take 1, maybe 2 hits, depending on what Pokemon is the active spot and what's going on in the situation. But Jinx can then deal damage and stall at least 1 more turn to get more energy onto that Alakazam, and it's a win from there, right? As soon as you get that energy on, it's a win. Moving on to deck number 3, we've got the Venasaur deck. 2 Bulbasaur, 2 Ivysaur, 2 Venusaur, 2 Jigglypuff, 1 Venonat, 1 Venomoth, 2 Potions, 2 X-Beads, 1 Pokeball, 2 Erica, 2 Professor's Research, 1 Sabrina, right? Still on screen here. Right, so we're playing around the main man Venusaur. It takes 4 energies to use its move Mega Drain that does 80 damage and heals 30 damage to this Pokemon. Just like in all the other decks, our main move is to stall. So we have Jigglypuff out, we've got Venonat, and if it evolves into Venomoth, it will do poison. The game is very simple. We get Jigglypuff out and we use Sing, right? And then start putting energies out onto our Bulbasaur. Try to get the evolutions, evolve Ivysaur into Venusaur. 4 energies is quite a bit, so it might take a little while, right? Venomoth only needs 1 energy. So if your Jigglypuff dies and you have Venomoth on your bench, 1 energy, you swap into it, and it's going to deal 30 damage and also poison damage, right? So that potentially puts your opponent into a stall mode where they might switch out or do some craziness. So you could get another turn off that to put another energy on to the Venusaur here. So even if you get in danger throughout all of that, we've got 2 potions in this deck, and we have 2 Ericas that can heal for 50 damage. So the name of the game is stall and heal, stall, heal, until you get Venusaur out. Also stalling and healing. It's a long process. If you like the new Venusaur card, I would give it a try, man. It's pretty good. Deck number 4 is Gyarados, right? 2 Magikarp, 2 Gyarados, 2 Spearow, 2 Fearow, 2 Jigglypuffs, 1 Pokeball, 2 Potions, 2 X-Speeds, 2 Misties, 2 Professor's Research, 1 Giovanni, and 1 Sabrina. Obviously, Gyarados is our main Pokemon here. It does Hyper Beam, 100 damage, takes 4 water energy, where you discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon when you use it. So to be able to stack up this Gyarados that's going to take a long time potentially, we have the Fearow and we have the Jigglypuff. The Jigglypuff is going to be stalling with Sing, putting your opponent's active Pokemon to sleep. As soon as we get the Spearow into the Fearow onto our active spot, Fearow is going to be doing a very similar thing as to what our Gyarados does, but for 2 energies and a coin flip. It does 50 damage, Drill Run, where you use it and then you flip a coin. If it's heads, you discard a random energy from your opponent's Pokemon, right? So we're just stalling and we're trolling. We're stalling and we're trolling. It's great, right? This deck is all about coin flips. If you're able to flip a coin with Fearow, discard an energy, which we do here, that actually saved our butt, we can use Misty on our Magikarp or Gyarados that's sitting on the bench and flip more coins to try and get more energies. If we get lucky with Misty, then we can immediately be swapping into Gyarados, and it's 100% with the Hyper Beam to discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, which is great, right? If not, like this game, it was very difficult. It was a very slow game. We ended up taking forever to get the things that we needed, but we stalled long enough with those coin flips from Fearow that we were able to put in this Gyarados and end up sweeping with the Gyarados. It was really fun. It was great. This is a great deck to play if you like just flipping that coin around, practice getting your reps in. You know, it's a good fun time. Our 5th and final deck is Melmetal. Now we have 2 Pawniard, 2 Bisharp, 2 Meltan, 2 Melmetal, and 2 Jigglypuff. We have 2 Potions, 2 X-Speeds, 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Research, 1 Giovanni, and 1 Sabrina in this deck. So what is so good about this deck? Well, Melmetal does 120 damage, takes 4 energies. However, its ability Hard Coat, which allows Melmetal to take minus 20 damage from attacks. There's actually a few different ways you can play this deck. You can either put Jigglypuff out in the active spot, you can put your Pawniard out in the active spot, or Meltan, right? If you're going second, I would prefer to put Meltan out in the active spot if you can, because of its move. You put 1 energy on it, and then it's going to use its move, Mass, to then put another energy onto the Meltan. So turn 1, or your turn 1, you have 2 energies already on this Meltan. I decided here in this battle to swap out from my Jigglypuff to put the Meltan in because I already got the Melmetal in my hand now. So I was like, I'm going to just play into it and see how it goes, right? And it ended up going very well for us. So if this is a situation that you're in where you're able to put the Meltan out and evolve it, you will quickly, about turn 4 or 5, have enough energies on the Melmetal already to be able to start swinging for 120 If you play it this way, you get set up really fast. If not, you're going to be stalling with the Jigglypuff, with the Pawniard Bisharp. Bisharp, it has 90 HP, 2 energies, does 70 damage. It can knock out Pokemon pretty quickly if you get those energies out onto it. You can stall long enough to be able to save your Melmetal and put it out and just sweep with the Melmetal. Their Pokemon probably won't be hitting hard enough to be able to knock out your Melmetal because of its ability Hard Coat. The minus 20 damage just saves your butt in so many situations. This is a good deck to play for sure. Pick up this Jigglypuff, play this deck, let me know if you like it. I felt like it was really good. I played quite a few games with it. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to be playing this one a lot more for sure. And here you can see how the Greninja used its ability, did 20 damage to me. However, the Coughing could not do any damage to me because of my ability Hard Coat. It was fantastic. I would kind of made this person mad, I think, a little upset. There was just nothing that they could do against the Melmetal here. They didn't get evolutions, unfortunately, so I was just able to come in and knock them out completely. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for this video. We've got 5 NO EX decks you could be playing here. Hopefully you found one that you enjoyed, cards that you had, and you're able to build at least one of these decks and play. It's been a lot of fun playing through these decks, seeing which one works best. Go ahead, give them a try. Hopefully you've got one you can play. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below which deck you're playing. Hopefully you guys learned something, got some good information out of this video, and hopefully I was able to put together a good video for you guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the support. I'm loving it. I'm trying to make better videos day by day, so let's go. Ronin out.